Emotional intelligence is one of the most admired quality in a person. And guess what? It is most evidently seen in the way you speak and talk to people, right? So in this video, we will discuss some powerful phrases that will make you instantly sound like emotional intelligent, thoughtful and mature. So let's dive in. Hi everyone, welcome back to Thrive with Sushmita. So let's get started. The first phrase that you can use is I hear you. I hear you. It's a very simple phrase, but let me tell you, this makes people seen and validated. When you use this phrase for people or when in a discussion, it actually makes them feel that they are seen and they are validated, and whatever they are going through, somebody is there to address or maybe just to listen to them, right? It's a simple way to say that I am listening and I care, right? So like if I use it in a sentence, you're talking to your friend and the person is not in a very right space of mind, and you can just say that I hear you. I am sure it must be so frustrating for you, right? So this way you gave a message that you are listening. You gave a message that the feeling of the person is validated, and somebody is there listening to them. So use this next time because it will help you to give them a chance to talk. Use this and make them feel seen instead of just jumping onto giving them some advices or maybe something that probably they don't need at that point of time. The second phrase that you can use is help me understand. Help me understand. You can use this phrase when someone does something which is very confusing, or maybe you are not agreeing to what the person has done or said. But in this way, when you say that you can help me understand, so you are not criticizing, you're not criticizing, but you are showing some curiosity where you want to understand what is happening. So it creates a space for a calm, composed conversation wherein the person can very comfortably explain what exactly has happened or what is happening at that moment. So if I use it in a sentence, help me understand what were you feeling at that moment. Help me understand what made you do that. So here you are encouraging a honest and you're encouraging an honest conversation and a calm conversation, or the situation you're trying to calm down instead of just jumping into conclusions. Let's move on to the third phrase. That must have been very hard for you. Now, this is absolute empathy in action. You are actually acknowledging the experience that they went through. What was the emotion behind that? What was the emotion that people went through through some experience or anything of that sort. Like if I use it in a sentence, oh my God, that must have been really hard for you. Thank you for sharing it with me. So you are showing that empathy. You are showing that you're trying to suffice the emotional need of a person, right? Remember, people will always remember how you made them feel and not what you said. So making them feel comfortable, acknowledging the emotion behind the experience that they had, it actually helps them that, okay, there is somebody who is listening, somebody who is understanding. So this actually shows that how secure you are as a person, how emotionally intelligent you are as a person. Now let's move on to the next. Let's take a pause and come back to this. Let's take a pause and come back to this. This shows utter maturity, right? You have decided not to react to something, but respond wisely. Now, there is a difference between reacting and responding, right? So you're taking the time. You're not reacting immediately. You're not saying what is needed immediately. Instead, you want that time. You want to take that pause. You want to take that break where you can probably think over it and then respond to the situation very wisely. Now, if I use it in a sentence like, I really value this conversation. I really value this conversation, but let's take a pause and come back to this with fresh energy. Let's come back to this with fresh energy. Leaders use this all the time because they don't want to react emotionally to something immediately, right? They want to take some time, think about it, and then discuss it further. Next one is, you might be right. Now, this must be sounding such simple words to you, right? It's very, very simple words, but let me tell you, it's very, very powerful. It is subtle. It's subtle, but very powerful. How? It shows that you are open-minded, right? You are not sticking to what you think. You are giving chance to people to speak their mind, and of course, you are acting with maturity where you feel that even others can have a valid point. So you can just say, you might be right, right? So in a sentence, if I use it, I think that's a good idea. I mean, yeah, I think you might be right. This is showing you have that security where you can accept people, you can accept people's ideas, you can accept what people are saying, you can accept that even others can be right at some time, right? Like, if, see, it's like, it is not about losing an argument, it is about growing through it. It is not that every time aapko jeetna hai. Sometimes people can come up with great ideas, great conversations, great thoughts, and when you say that, okay, you might be right, अगर आप किसी और को मान लो कि वो सही बोल सकते हैं, let me tell you, that shows that you're coming from a very, very secure space. That shows how emotionally intelligent you are as a person. So remember, it's not always about winning an argument or a quiz or a competition or a conversation for that matter. It is about growing through it. Next one is, I take full responsibility for that. Let me tell you, this one is just gold. Owning your mistake takes courage, and emotionally intelligent people always own their impact. Let me use it in a sentence for you. I take full responsibility. I take full responsibility for how it came across. That wasn't my intention. How it came across, I take full accountability, or I take full responsibility for it, but that was not my intention. And always remember, accountability never goes out of style. Now let's move on to the next one. Thank you for trusting me with this. Thank you for trusting me with this. When someone shares something vulnerable, we all go through those phases in life when we are, sometimes very, very vulnerable, right? Don't we? So yes, if somebody shares something with you, this phrase, when you use that, thank you for trusting me with this, it feels like a warm hug. It shows respect, kind, that you're being respectful, and that shows kindness, and most importantly, you make them feel safe. Let me use it in a sentence. Thank you for trusting me with this. I'm here for you. Thank you for trusting me with this. I am here for you. When you say this with sincerity, it actually helps you to build connections, and deep connections. So we're all social people, right? We need people around, and it is a great feeling when you can stand by people, you can stand for them. So making somebody feel safe is an amazing art, and this is the strength of emotionally intelligent people. So yes, next time when you meet somebody who is sharing their heart out, please tell them this, that thank you for sharing, or thank you for trusting me with this. Let's move on to the next one. I can see how that would upset you. I can see how that would upset you. Again, empathy in action, wherein you might not agree to the person, right? Whatever the person is saying, you might not agree to whatever they are saying or whatever they mean, but you say that you get it, right? आप उन्हें ये बोल रहे हो कि I'm not agreeing, आप ये जो कह रहे हो, I'm not agreeing to this, but probably I get it that this might be difficult for you or this might not be easy for you. So, when you use this creates connection and trust. Let me use it in a sentence for you. I may not feel the same way. I may not feel the same way, but I can see how that would upset you. है ना? So how nice it is. Like, see, I'm not agreeing. This is not me, or I'm not agreeing to this. But then I acknowledge that this can hurt you. See, people, thoughts and views cannot be same. I might like red, you might like blue. That doesn't mean red is great and blue is not. So it's as simple as that, correct? So, जब आप ये कह रहे हो, you're telling them, ठीक है, I understand. I'm not agreeing to this, but I can understand that this can actually upset you. So I can see how that would upset you. See, that's emotional intelligence. Now let's move on to the next one. Thank you for being honest with me. This actually builds trust. It also shows that how strong mentally strong as a person you are. Why? Sometimes we cannot take, कुछ सच्चाई हम ले नहीं पाते हैं, right? So when you say this, thank you for being honest with me, this shows that you are acknowledging the courage it takes to open. You are acknowledging the courage, right? Like if I use it in a sentence, thank you for being honest with me. I really appreciate your transparency. So somebody said something to you, which is probably is how they feel about it. And आप उसको appreciate कर रहे हैं, you're acknowledging that they are being honest with you and you acknowledge that. How much you take it is different, but then you're giving that room to people that they can come and tell you certain things very, very honestly, right? See, this is simple, powerful, yet very classy. Simple, powerful, yet very, very classy. And let me tell you, not everybody can take the courage to say this. Only emotionally intelligent people can do that. So yes, emotional intelligence is not just about what you feel, right? It is not just about what you feel, but it is about how you communicate that feeling. These phrases will help you to transform your relationships one conversation at a time. Tell me in the comment box which one of these will you be using more often and actually will be able to express that how or maybe from which safe space you're coming from, right? So don't forget to like, subscribe our channel Thrive with Sushmita, where we grow together, we speak better, and yes, connect deeper. Thank you so much.